there, this is Ilana from Imela Consulting, where we help business owners get to their next. So today we have a special guest. All of our guests are special, but this one is special to me. I am actually presenting you today with one of my relatives. I think oftentimes as we grow up, we look around and we see people who do things which are not traditional. So they do things a little different than we are used to. And this person here today is my uncle. His name is Cyril. And from my recollection, he is actually the first entrepreneur that I remember in my family. I do remember, oh yes, the other person was my grandfather, but he passed away when I was very young. But Cyril is the first entrepreneur. He did his own thing, made his own money. So I am happy to have him here with us. So Cyril, can you tell the people hello, tell them who you are and what you do?
Hello, good morning. I am Cyril de Riviere from St. Lucia, and I'm a joiner by profession.
Okay, that's basically it. So as you could tell, this is Cyril's first time in front of the camera, and officially this is my first time presenting in this format as well. But you guys are, be kind to us. So today we're going to learn a little more about Cyril and, his journey in being a joiner. And some of you in the US, you may not be familiar with the term joiner. You may be more familiar with the term furniture maker. So he makes beautiful furniture similar to this one that we see in the background, similar to tables like this. He makes beds. What else do you make, Cyril?
I make cabinets, cupboards, dining chairs, call it, name it, whatever you want, as long as it's wood. I would make anything out of wood.
Anything
out of wood, yes.
Yes, as you say that, I remember the story of Pinocchio, where is it Geppetto?
Geppetto,
yes.
Yeah.
He took the piece of wood and then he made a little man out of it. So that is Cyril for you. He could make anything that you want, for sure. So how long have you been a joiner or furniture maker?
Oh, it has been such a long time. I would say probably about 40 years and over, yeah.
40 years, and he looks like he might be 45, 50. So that means that you started very young.
Very young, probably at the age of 16, 17, thereabouts, yes.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So how did you start off? Like, why furniture? How did you start off doing this?
Well, in growing up as a young man, I always thought of being self-employed, and then I go through so many places and then see the different works that people do, and then I'm somebody, anytime I see somebody do something, I always fall in love with it, in the line of carpentry work, anything that is being built out of wood. So I decided to go self-employed, and then my idea was to going into building, like I see, whatever, the cabinets or whatever, and these things, that is it.
Okay,
Yeah.
Wow. So you saw something and then it inspired you, and you said, let me see if I could create it in that same way or even better.
Yes.
So when you started almost like 40 years ago or so, how did you learn the trade? Did you go to a trade school? Like, how did you actually start learning to make furniture?
Well, I was supposed to go into a school where they teaches how to make the furniture, but I figured out that the process was kind of too long, so I decided to go and learn with somebody that my brother introduced me to. Because when I left school, it was like being around the place and more like island, and then my brother came up to me and then he told me, well, that would not be a good idea, and then he told me that he will introduce me to that particular person, and there he took me to the place, and then I started learning, and from there I ended up being what exactly I wanted to be.
Okay, wow. So you got that little push from your older brother.
My older brother. It's like a mentor to me.
Yeah. I did not know that story, so
yes.
I'm happy we're doing this today.
Yeah.
So how long would you say it took you to become a really good furniture maker, where you could say, okay, I have this product, I will be able to sell it to a customer. What was the process where you were able to really grasp the craft?
To be a full-time joiner, it took me probably about 3 to 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah, thereabout. And then it ended up that the guy I was learning the trade with, I ended up being one of his best apprentices. And then I was the one taking care of the furniture shop whenever that guy was not around. And then when I realized I could have been on my own, I started doing certain things like getting pieces of wood, and then I used to be watching that guy so careful. And then whenever he left that shop, if he tell me that he was going into town to buy some whatever glue or something for the shop, then I would take that opportunity to see whatever I could have done with those pieces of wood. That's how it started.
Oh, wow,
Yeah.
wow. So you really had that motivation, because that's a long period of up to 2 to 3 years. That's a long time.
Yeah.
Some people may have quit within 6 months and said, no, I need to make some money now. But you kept with it. So I think that's something for us business owners to learn and know as well, that when we start, success may not come within a short time frame. It may be a longer time frame, but as you continue to apply yourself and invest your time, you have the opportunity for you to be an expert at whatever you could do, and people will be calling you and say, I know this person, that this person, Cyril, is the one who can make what I need. So definitely invest the time and the process, for sure. So you started the business. So did you start off after you learned as an apprentice? Did you start off right away with a big shop? Like what was the process, your growth process like?
Okay, the way that it started was I started buying my tools by pieces, because at that time I could have gotten a loan from a friend of mine. And then what I did, I went through the stores, and then I started buying my tools. I didn't get all the tools at one time. And then gradually I started doing my little thing at home, especially on a weekend. And then when it comes to the Monday, then I take off to where I work with that guy.
Okay, great. So you continued with the person, the main person, but you started doing your own business on the side.
Yeah, on the weekend.
I think that's a great way to do it as well.
Yes.
You continue to learn, have that stable income, and then you in turn do it on the side until. Okay. So what were some of the basic tools that you had to get back then to even start doing this?
Okay, I started with a router. There was something called the jigsaw, the planer. That was basically what I started with.
Okay.
And eventually, when I really got into the business, I after having my own shop, I started buying those heavy equipment like the table saw and the fitness planer. Call it.
You got it. All you needed to really make the best furniture, you got it.
Yes.
I see. Okay. So for this business, anybody who comes in, it's going to be an initial investment, not only of time, but also of money into the tools and the supplies that you need.
Yes.
But do you think that that's something that may turn some people away?
Well, you have to be very strong.
Yes.
Very motivated. You have to be strong. Yes.
Yeah, and I think if it's something that you're passionate about, you know, that's just, something that you have to do.
Yes.
Yeah. For sure. Yes. So you're now in the business. How are you getting customers?
Well, the way that I do get my customers is more on social media, and also anytime I create a piece whenever people sees those pieces that I create, they always fall in love with it, and they tend to speak to other people.
Yes.
And then that's how I get to do my marketing. Yes.
Yeah. So your product is your marketing tool.
My product, yeah.
But that's only because you have a good product.
Yes, I always have the best products.
I like that confidence. Yes. So one thing I did not mention is today we are filming from beautiful St. Lucia. So St. Lucia is a very small island in the Leeward Islands of the Caribbean, and where we live, or Cyril lives, it's a small community. So I think he's like the mayor of the area that we live. So everybody knows him. So therefore, his product speaks for him. And because of the type of person he is, very friendly, always willing to give a helping hand, his business tends to come to him. He doesn't always have to go and say, do you need this? Do you need that? It comes to you, right?
Yeah, it comes to me.
Yeah, that's what I've, personally observed as well over the years. Yeah, but you had to get to that level where, as you perfect your craft, what you already do naturally, the people skills, that just flowed all together.
Yeah, it comes in naturally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's right. So for somebody who is coming into this business newly, a new joiner, they're just now making furniture, maybe they just opened their store, what would you say to them? Like, what would they need to put in place to help them continue to grow in this field?
Well, being self-employed, especially in this field, it is something that takes a lot. And then especially with people that is not honest, because I've found myself in those situations where I do work for people and I end up not getting paid. Now, in a situation like that, you have to be very strong and determine that you're not supposed to let these things take over you, because you are the ones making the money. Continue whatever you're going to do. Don't let one person, which is not a good customer, turn you off. Just continue doing, and then you learn from your mistakes, and then that's how it's supposed to be. Yeah.
Yes. I agree. Because some of us, we're going to have negative reviews. We're going to have people, as he said, who will ask you to make something, will ask for the service, but not pay you. Yeah. So you cannot allow that to just tell you, okay, that is it, I'm shutting down this business. Yeah. So you keep going, you learn from the mistakes, and then you proceed forward. Yes, so that's another lesson that we are learning today. For sure. So apart from the challenges, like, what do you like about this business? Because you've been in it for a long time.
Well, like I said, in growing up, I never thought of working for anybody. And what I end up doing, it is something that I have the passion and the love for. Mm-hmm. And then every piece that I would make, I have that love for any piece that I would make. It gives me that joy. And then I will continue doing it in spite of whatever. Nothing will not stop me. That is what I want to do. And then I will continue doing it until. Yeah. Yes.
So it's something that you really enjoy to do.
I have that love and passion. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for it. Yeah.
Yes, for sure. So we are in the process of wrapping up. So are there any final comments that you would like to share? And this would be specifically for people who are in this business or who are considering getting into this business. Any final thoughts or comments?
The final thoughts I have, especially for the youngsters, the young people growing up, a lot of people would want to be depending on the government or depending on somebody to get a job. The best thing to do is to find something to do, almost like carpentry, like I choose joiner. Find something to do, and instead of we going and saying we're not getting work, we're not getting job anywhere, and then we should try and go into our own business and make it easier for the government. Yeah, like I tell you, it's over 40 years I'm into it, and then I've never worked for anybody. So if I can do it, somebody else can do it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes. That's right. So we thank you so much, Cyril, for being with us here. As we close, I am a woman of faith. In the Bible, there's somewhere in the Bible that speaks about like what is in your hand. So sometimes we may be out of work, we may be in a situation where we feel pressed, but we need to look within ourselves. We need to look within the skills that we already have and see how you could take that skill and possibly monetize it, become a furniture maker, become an entrepreneur. There are so many things inside us that we could bring out that will allow us to grow and to also create an impact within our community. So today I close out and saying peace out. Thank you again to Cyril. You did great with your first time on screen. I'm sure this will not be the last.
I would hope not.
I hope not too. So until next time, be well, everyone.